just a disclaimer, my new camera keeps making these weird refocusing noises, so. Hi guys, what is up? My name is kennedyy, so welcome back, or welcome if you're new to my channel. Today I'm going to be using the MORPHE X James Charles palette, doing a half glitter cut crease with it, and giving it a cute little review. I've already actually tried this palette a few times and I love it, so that's my review. The only shade that I would say is Social Blade. Is a little bit inconsistent and patchy, but once you really build it, it's great. All the other colors are so beautiful and amazing. The only thing I would warn you of, as per usual, bright neon, very pigmented colors are gonna stain. And just take a test, swatch them on the inside of your arm first, because a lot of them have high amounts of red 40, which may cause you to break in hives. So my eyes are already primed with the MAC paint pot. The reason that I use the MAC paint pot is because this is what James suggested. This is how it looks. It comes in a really pretty box. We are going to dip into Canvas, which is the first shade that you see. Now we're going to dip into Flashback, which is a light shade, and we are going to set Canvas with this white shade, because why the not? We're doing a basic little cut crease because I've already done crazy looks with this. I'll insert a picture of me with my rainbow eye look here. Now we're going to dip into the shade called Tune. And we're literally going to tap once, and we're going to just work that into the crease just to kind of set down a little layer there. That's like literally the only purpose, is to set down a crease layer, like an initial crease layer that will kind of base it out. That is darker than the lid base. I don't really know how to explain what I'm doing, but that's how I'm going to explain it. Okay, that's how I'm going with, guys. Now we're going to go in with this pink shade above Skip. I don't actually know what this one is called, but whatever, and we're going to put that in the crease. Next, we are going to dip into Code Dreams, which is like a burnt orange, and we're going to tap into that a few times and then tap into Rusted once. And then we're going to slowly work that into our whole crease, starting with the middle of it, and then just slowly, gradually working our way to making the whole crease this lid color. Alright, now that I have built it onto our whole lid area, we are going to be dipping into 10% off. Like, we're going to tap it once. Once again, we're going to use the same technique. We're going to tap it in once, tap, and then apply. What you're going to do is to kind of the center and outer part of the crease, right here, like, again, very lightly. Okay, now that we are done deepening that up, we are going to take the shade here, which is above No Beans. It's the shade directly above No Beans. We're going to take this and once again do it very, very softly in the same area, just to deepen it further and just gradually get it in there. Now we are going to take the shade No Beans. We're going to apply it to the whole crease using the same method as before. Tap once, tap off, and gradually get it to the whole entire crease, not just a certain area. So we're going to deepen up the whole crease here. Now that we are done with that, we are going to take this mauve shade. I have no idea what this is called, like literally none at all. And we are going to deepen it up even further, but we're going to kind of apply it to the outer part right here. So we're going to apply it here and all down our crease once again. We are going to take the same mauve shade, dip it once, tap it, and then put it under your eye. The mauve shade that I'm picking up has quite a bit of pickup. It's the shade that has the most pickup in the whole palette, but it's still not that much. which is actually very, very impressive. Now we are going to take a different brush, the same shape as the brush we were using, to blend this all out. Now that this is all blended, I will be right back, and when I come back, my crease will be cut. Remember that we are only doing a half cut crease. Now that both of my creases have been cut, we're going to take a separate brush and spray it with the MAC Fix Plus, which I always do, which I've never actually mentioned before, but I always spray my brushes with MAC Fix Plus before dipping to my shimmers, or highlights. With highlights, I also do that. Usually I use the shade that I used on the lower lash line if I did use any shade on the lower lash line. Now we're taking the brush that we started with, dipping into that mauve shade, which is the color that we use on the lower lash line, and just patting it onto where the line is so that it looks more smooth. Another tip for cut creases is to cut your crease farther than you want it to be, because you're gonna cover it up the line with a shade, so it's gonna be farther in than you want it to be if you cut your crease exactly how you want the crease to be cut. So now we are going to be using the Falsies Volume Express Waterproof Maybelline Mascara. I don't know why, but using it, whenever I say the name of this mascara, it reminds me of the When the Party's Over Billie Eilish video, because this mascara is like not like, okay, it is waterproof, but it doesn't work the best. Like, okay, when I go on the pool or something, I can't go on the pool with this, but like if it was raining, this would not like smear at all or anything. But if I was in the pool, oh, for sure it would smear. And if I was so if I was crying and this was on my lower lash line, it would smear. So it's not as waterproof as it claims to be. So that's why whenever I open up this mascara and use it, it just reminds me of that video, because there's a bunch of jokes in the comment section. Like when it says it's mascara, when your mascara says it's waterproof, but it's not, like, for real. Now that I am done with my mascara, we're going to be doing highlight. So I'm taking my highlight brush and spraying it with the MAC Fix Plus, as per usual. Using the palette, I'm going to dip into the color Ring Light, which is a beautiful, blinding color. I freaking love it. Now that I am done with that, we're gonna do the lips. So I'm using the Shiny Lip Gloss in a pink shade and applying that. I'm also gonna use something from the palette to enhance them. I am now done with my makeup look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know how you like this palette, if you have it, or if you're gonna get it. What do you think about it? So, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.